Yeah, I don't think figuring out what we want to do is the issue. It's actually going out and being able to execute it. We gotta stop making defensive mistakes. We got to stop making the same mistakes over and over. Certainly, something we're emphasizing in our film study and in our practices. I thought we've had 2 good days of prep. Certainly, we've got some defensive adjustments that we're making as we go throughout this, and we're going to continue to do that and evaluate each step of the way. But regardless of what we do schematically, it's about being able to execute, doing what you're supposed to do, have the discipline to do that time after time after time. We have some spells throughout the game where we do those things really well, and then we have some where I don't know what we're doing, and that's on me to get fixed, and on our players to go out and execute better.
What have you seen kind of as the response from the players and the team, after each of these losses? Has there been kind of has it been positive, or what have you kind of seen?
Yeah, certainly frustration for sure, disappointment, and as we evaluate the tape and we see time and time again that most of the reason why we haven't been able to get over the hump with winning is our own doing, the lack of ability to execute what we're supposed to do, stay engaged, just discipline. You go back to the Cleveland State game, Fowler got 3 times 94 feet from the basket that leads to 5 or 6 free throws, and you lose the game by 2 points. Those are all things that we just have to do better. We have to play smarter. We have to play more discipline. We have to play better execution.
And with that being said, 5 of the losses during this league losing streak or 6 of them are less 5 points or less. So is there a silver lining there?
Yeah, again, Dana, I think the margin for error is very small. I mean, we know that. That lesson should already have been learned, and I hope that now it has been learned with another close loss, another game at Wright State. It's a 5-6 point game, with 4 or 5 minutes to go, and you turn the basketball over, you make a mistake on the defensive end of the floor, and before you know it, they're out far enough ahead where you can't get caught up. So again, it's all about our execution. It's about our discipline. It's about being able to do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it consistently throughout 40 minutes. Are we going to play perfect basketball? No, but nobody else in the country is either. We don't have to play perfect basketball, but we have to make progress in eliminating mistakes that have led to losing.
Green Bay, obviously, they're taking a big step forward from where they've been the last couple of years. What have you kind of seen from that team this year, and what are you guys kind of expecting from them?
Yeah, really good offensive basketball team, a hard team to guard. They're a 5-out team with different weapons on their team. They've got guys that can really drive the ball and play in the paint. They've got multiple guys from different positions that can really shoot the three. So we'll have to be really good in our defensive execution to be able to hold them to a level where we can win the basketball game. But it'll be about the defensive end of the floor, like it has been for the last couple of weeks, making improvements in that area, giving ourselves a chance to win the game.
Did you do anything? I think I asked you last week. Did you do anything different? Voodoo? Candles or anything?
I don't know if I believe in conspiracies or Coach Paul used to sage the gym, when we were going through bad spells. But listen, this is on us to get fixed. We've got to get in here and we've got to understand where we're at, own it, which our players have done, and we got to start making progress. This is about action. It's not about saying it anymore. It's about being able to go out and doing it. And really, we've got to find 5 guys that consistently do that.
Is it upbeat?
Yeah, I thought we had great prep today. Really good practice today. Yesterday coming off an off day. Yesterday was more of a teaching day. Obviously, we got after it in terms of what we were trying to accomplish, but there was some teaching that was going on yesterday to try to make some adjustments schematically to our defense. I think it's going to help some of our guys that are individually struggling to guard. So we've made some of those adjustments. Thought today was great. Really got after it for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I thought we got a lot of stuff done.
Last year, you guys very much the identity with the defensive end of the floor. Even when you guys weren't hitting shots at the clip that you wanted to, could rely on stopping teams defensively. What did that team do differently on that end of the floor that this team that you're not seeing?
Yeah, just different personnel. I think you think about Ty Harper. He was a great on-ball defender. Seam, really good on-ball defender. We've got I-Man, but Gabe led the country in block shots. I mean, when you have When you had Gabe back there, he was doing a little bit better job of protecting the rim than we're doing. Just totally different team, really, Neil. I don't know. I think individually we had some guys that could really sit down and guard the ball that maybe we're struggling to do right now. We've got to play better team defense. We've got to play better defense connected. We got to keep the ball in front of us. We can't constantly be in rotations. Those things will help us. And then just the simple execution. We can't get back cut. I mean, we can't continuously get back cut. We can't get into a switching situation and not talk, touch, take, and get slipped to the rim. And that happened not once in a game, but 6, 7, 8 times in a game. That leads to easy baskets, leads to fouling, leads to good things for their offense, bad things for our defense. Those are things that we've been doing since day one that we just were not executing to the level that we need to execute them at to have a chance to be successful.
I know you guys are primarily like a man team, but there's been a couple of games this season where you guys have played a little bit more zone as well. Yep. Is that something that you guys have tried to kind of implement to see more zone, and if that would help you guys defensively?
Yeah. I mean, we're evaluating everything. We'll see if we play some zone out there on Thursday.
Hey, real quick, Ethan, just in general, you like the portal? I mean, it's been a couple of years now. You've been the head coach 2 years and dealing with it. Just some thoughts on the portal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been great for our program. I think we have a chance to have some continuity again this year. I would love to do that. I think any time that you can have guys in your program for more than 1 year, they really have a chance to improve, grow, develop. Obviously become more familiar with the system, become more familiar with the coaching staff. We're always going to go to the portal. Dana, we've obviously got 2 high school guys signed right now that we're really excited about. There's a chance I think we could take another high school kid before this is all said and done. But we're going to go to the portal and we're going to recruit from the portal. But I don't want to have to sign 9 or 10 new players every single year like we've had to do in the years past. I would love to see us have a little bit of continuity, and that's on us to do a good job with relationship building and making sure that the guys here have a great experience. Obviously all those things play into whether a player wants to be here or not. Obviously role factors into that as well. But I do think we got a chance to have some guys with returning eligibility. They're playing a lot of minutes for us right now, which would be great for our program.
Is it easier to retain or get play?
Wow, that's a good question. I think both of them present challenges. Obviously I think the retention piece, there's a lot that goes into it, right? What was their production like, and, what capabilities do they have to go to a higher level and earn more NIL money? Most of those kids are always going to take that option. We can say that's right, wrong, or indifferent, but in the landscape of college basketball, you see it time and time again. The guys that are able to go up to different levels and be compensated for their play at a much more significant level than they can earn at ours. Most of those kids are going to do that. I think what their role is coming back plays a factor in the retention. What was their experience like? What was the relationship like with the team and the coaches? All those things play a major factor in retention. In terms of getting the players out of the portal, we've had a lot of success being able to do that. I think some of that is, the relationships that our coaching staff has had across the country, and those have played key roles for us to be able to get in and really have some early relationships with some of these guys. And then for us, it's been about coming to a program that's won at a high level. We play a fun style of play. Obviously all those things are factored into being able to recruit players out of the portal and get them, to want to be here.
Well, last one real quick. Jared always told me, he recruits or he goes into the portal to build teams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have that philosophy, or is it a program?
Yeah, that's always going to be everybody, individual players, the level of talent they have, their ability, what they can and can't do, obviously factors in whether you're going to recruit the kid or not. But does he fit into our culture? Is it a piece that we really need? Does he fit into our style of play? All those things factor into building a team. It's not about assembling talent. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together, and the pieces have to fit well together. We've really tried to do that and evaluate that well. I think we have done that. Obviously, our team this year is not winning the games that we've won in the past, but this is a group that I still believe can get there. As I told them the other day, we're 6 weeks from the conference tournament. This is a 6-week season for us from here until the conference tournament starts. How much better can we get from today until the first round of the conference tournament? The most important time of the year is still in front of us. We've still got time to continue to develop and get better. And we're going to continue to work at that like crazy to make sure that we're playing our best basketball at the most important time of the year.
You know, you guys throughout the season have posed from the players, from you as well, connectedness.
Mm-hmm.
Being connected on the floor, whatever, you know, that's on the floor, off the floor, communicating, whatever the case may be. Like, what goes into, you know, that connectedness that you guys talk about?
Yeah, I think it's what you do every day on this floor and off the floor, the amount of time you spend together, the relationships that you develop together. You know, when you really care and love the guy next to you, you're going to fight harder for that guy than a guy that you don't really care about. I think that's an important aspect to every team in the country, especially in today's age where you don't have 4 years to build that connectedness. Really, all these teams are year to year, and it's an expedited process, or needs to be an expedited process. To really have the connection that you need to be successful. Still don't think we're probably all the way there. I think that shows in our play at sometimes on both ends of the floor. Still think that's a work in progress for our team, but something we're really working to try to get better at.
You know, is there something specific that kind of goes into that as to how you kind of build that connectedness with these guys?
Yeah, I think it's number one, everybody on the same page on what we're trying to accomplish, making sure that you know, everybody has individual goals, as they should. I tell everybody that we recruit, I want you to come here and I want you to be an all-league player. I want you to come here, and when you're done, if you want to play professional basketball, I want that to be a goal of yours. It should be. I think those players that have those aspirations work at a different level than guys that don't. But if at any point those things are trumping what we're trying to accomplish as a team, that's when those things become an issue. It's that we over me mentality, making sure that we're all in this at the same level of buy-in, and putting winning and the team above everything else. I think that's when you get that, that's when you see really connected groups.